Stupid, awesome, weird, fun. Just some of the words to describe my time with my new friend Pedro Pascal. Known for his amazing casting in shows like Narcos and Game of Thrones, where he definitely made it through the entire show and nothing bad ever happened to him. No siree Bob. But how is my friend Pedro? Roughly the same, except my very real friend Pedro Capo, with his excellent lyrical styles, would have been perfect for this game, but he isn't there. Unfortunately, Devolver Digital has stopped listening to me talking about all things Pedro.
Hi Devolver, it's me again. I see you've blocked like 50% of my calls. I just want to talk about Pedro.
My friend Pedro Barros is off the wall action and stupidity for all of its runtime. Some of its jokes don't land and it can sometimes not work the way you want it to. But when it's firing on all cylinders, it's an excellent ride to be sure. My friend Pedro stars my new friend Pedro Pascal. After losing the fight to the mountain, he now wears a mask, and as we all know, no one cared who I was until I put on the mask. Along with his new friend, Banana Rick, he must fight the Russian Mafia, the gamers, the internet, and the haters. He will be Gotham's reckoning. That is definitely the story I saw. The real story though doesn't really add up to much. It has a very abundant fourth wall breaking style. But the jokes come so fast that you don't even notice them half the bloody time. Jokes about the internet don't really work and feel like something ripped out in the 90s, so it can feel dated. But it does give way to some truly epic scenes like fighting in a bar with throwing knives, then fighting a banana, then eating a banana, then becoming a banana. My potassium levels are really goddamn low. What do you get when you mix the physics of Goat Simulator with the gameplay of a side-scroller shoot-em-up? There's a 50% chance you need to go to the hospital because that shit ain't gonna be treated normally. But the other 50% of the time, you get the gameplay in my friend Pedro. Salts. Guns firing, heads flying, explosions, and a weird talking banana, smashed together to form an experience unlike any other. This is a twin stick shooter in its purest form, and I goddamn love it. There is something amazing about slow motion kicking open a door and filling whoever's on the other side with lead, then jumping over him and kick the next guy in his stupid goddamn face. I hate you, Steve. You took my goddamn girlfriend from me. Why? The slow motion especially makes dodging incoming projectiles feel incredible. There's a great selection of guns to use, such as a sniper rifle, which leads to some pretty awesome 360 no-scope montages. Level design is also fantastic as the levels go from the typical cityscape to a highway car chase, which is the highlight of the game, but unfortunately loses much of its steam after that. Nearly every level has a unique gameplay mechanic, such as using guns to flip switches and riding a skateboard like Tony Hawk, and I can definitely skateboard like Tony Hawk, 100% the truth. Sometimes the controls don't work the way they should, such as jumping and how you can split your aim, and this can really slow down the fast and frenetic gameplay. And near the end of the game, there are more one-hit kill traps that lead to death after death, and that can really mess with the flow. The game is rather simple when it comes to its graphics, but it doesn't detract from the experience. The music in nearly every Devolver Digital game is absolutely top notch, and here that doesn't change. The great mix of synthwave music and more wacky style music really works well to create something I would love to see more of. The game runs for about 5 hours, but unfortunately there isn't really any reason to go back and replay levels, except for score chasing. My friend Pedro is excellent, but sometimes the story can become a real bore. The gameplay though is so much bloody fun that I want to be like Neo now. I can be Keanu definitely, I want to be Cyberpunk and John Wikipedia. My friend Pedro gets an 8 out of 10.